You read the Bible, Brett?
Yes.
Well, there's this passage I got memorized. Ezekiel 25:17. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men.
It's daring, it's iconic, and it set a new standard for filmmaking in the 90s. Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction isn't just a film, it's a cultural icon. From its razor-sharp dialogue to its non-linear storytelling, Pulp Fiction has inspired generations of filmmakers and captivated audiences worldwide. Today on Eternal Visionary, we dive deep into the wild world of Pulp Fiction. Let's explore its characters, themes, and some surprising facts that reveal why this film is a masterpiece.
I love you, Pumpkin.
I love you, honey bunny.
Everybody be cool, this is a robbery!
Any of you fucking pricks move! And I'll execute every motherfucking last one of you!
Released in 1994, Pulp Fiction was directed by Quentin Tarantino and quickly became one of the most influential films of the decade. Starring an ensemble cast, including John Travolta, Uma Thurman, Samuel L. Jackson, and Bruce Willis, the film weaves together seemingly unrelated stories in a non-linear narrative, creating a unique tapestry of crime, redemption, and humor.
Vincent. Vincent. Go make yourself a drink and I'll be down in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Let's go.
Tarantino's background as a video store clerk inspired his distinct style, an encyclopedic knowledge of film genres, and an obsession with pop culture. His writing style, blending dark humor with intense violence and memorable monologues, set Pulp Fiction apart from traditional crime dramas and became a blueprint for his later works.
Well, the idea in Pulp Fiction was the idea of taking the, I wouldn't say film noir, but the pulp genre, all right, that was represented in the case of magazines like Black Mask, where you had Raymond Chandler or Dashiell Hammett writing them. And so I thought the idea in the case of Pulp Fiction that would be kind of cool is to take 3 separate stories and make them be the oldest stories in the book, you know, whether it be Vincent's character, the hoodlum, has to go out with the boss's lady, but don't touch her. In the case of the Bruce Willis story, that's the boxer supposed to throw the fight and he doesn't, and now the mob's after him. We've seen that story a million times before. And one of the things I thought about, like the third story, was basically kind of the beginning of at the time of almost every Joel Silver movie, which would start off with like a couple of hitmen showing up, boom, boom, all right, after they've killed the guy. What happens to the rest of their day? And so it was the idea of taking these chestnuts and putting them together, and then actually having the characters kind of intertwine, and it all kind of takes place in one city, and it's an environment that they all live in, and the characters kind of know each other, but you don't know that for a while, and it was just kind of like hanging out with them for those 2 days.
Let's take a look at 7 fascinating facts about Pulp Fiction that make it a true classic. 1. The Ezekiel 25:17 speech was Tarantino's own twist. Samuel L. Jackson's unforgettable Ezekiel 25:17 speech was only partially inspired by the Bible. Tarantino added his own lines and gave Jackson creative freedom, resulting in one of cinema's most iconic monologues.
I will strike down upon thee vengeance and furious anger, those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers.
2. Uma Thurman almost turned down the role of Mia Wallace. Tarantino was so set on casting Uma Thurman as Mia Wallace that he read the entire script to her over the phone to convince her. She finally accepted, and the role became one of her most defining performances. 3. John Travolta's comeback. At the time, John Travolta's career had slowed, but Tarantino saw potential. Casting Travolta as Vincent Vega revived his career, earning him an Academy Award nomination and leading to major roles afterward.
Have you ever given a foot massage?
Don't be telling me about foot massages. I'm the foot fucking master.
Would you give a guy a foot massage?
4. Quentin Tarantino's unique script style. Tarantino's Pulp Fiction script wasn't written in a typical format. He typed it on an old typewriter and structured it like a novel, including vivid descriptions and character thoughts. This unique style helped shape the film's distinct tone and non-linear storytelling. 5. Tarantino paid homage to his favorite films. Tarantino's love of cinema is evident in Pulp Fiction, with references to classic films and genres throughout. The famous dance scene between Vincent and Mia was inspired by 8.5 Federico Fellini, a nod to Tarantino's encyclopedic film knowledge. 6. An Unplanned Scenestealer. The scene where Vincent accidentally shoots Marvin in the car was originally scripted to be a more serious moment, but Tarantino added humor, turning it into an unexpected, darkly comedic highlight of the film.
Marvin, what do you make of all this?
Man, I don't even have an opinion.
I mean, do you think that God came down from heaven and stopped it?
Oh, what's happening? Oh,
man,
shit, man.
I didn't mean to do it. It was an accident.
Oh, man, I seen some crazy ass shit in my time, but this...
Chill out, man. I told you it was an accident. You went over a bump or
Hey,
something.
the car ain't hit no mother bump.
7. Filmed on a tight schedule and budget. Despite being a complex narrative with big-name stars, Pulp Fiction was filmed on a modest budget of $8 million over just 8 weeks. It went on to make over $200 million, proving that strong storytelling doesn't require a massive budget.
Making a movie is really hard. I mean, when I was like a film geek and everything, I'd look at like Fassbender's career and go, "Now that's a career to have." 30 films in 10 years, the way to go. Then I made a film and go, you know what? Life's a little too short to do that.
The film's mix of humor and violence is uniquely Tarantino. Pulp Fiction invites viewers to sympathize with morally ambiguous characters, from hitmen to boxers, making us question our perceptions of right and wrong. Each character brings a unique perspective to the story, and the performances are top-notch. Jackson, Thurman, and Travolta deliver career-defining roles. The film's pacing, moving between vignettes, allows each story to breathe, making it deeply engaging from start to finish.
Boys, this is Raquel. Someday, all this will be hers.
Hi, you guys going to a volleyball game or something?
Say goodnight, Raquel.
Good night, Raquel.
Pulp Fiction shows that a story's power isn't in its linearity, but in its ability to captivate and move its audience. It's a film that doesn't just entertain, it challenges, shocks, and makes us laugh. Thank you for joining me as we explored the wild, unforgettable world of Pulp Fiction. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. What's your favorite scene from this film? This is Eternal Visionary, and until next time, keep dreaming, keep believing.